What's happening, everyone? Welcome back, and thank you for stopping in here to the channel. Whether you're new or you've been around, thank you. I appreciate you being here. Today we have an exciting overview to do for you guys. An American-made knife made by Americans. Absolutely love this knife we're about to show and go over. Before we do that, why don't we cover what I had in the pockets today? The TRM Atom and the EMP EDC Nimble, the Urban EDC Supply exclusive. And I also had my Lancelot leather slip. Shout out to Lancelot, along with the Ohio River Jack Warncliffe Jig Titanium M390. Amazing build quality, amazing little slip joint here. Very, very well done. Absolutely love the handle. It's a different style of handle than you typically see, but I absolutely love the handle on those. It's nice and hand filling. So that is what I had in the old pockets today. Why don't we go ahead and get out the boy we're covering today. So I have done I know there was an unboxing of this guy done. I'm not 100% sure what all I did in that video. That doesn't really matter. It's kind of irrelevant at this point. I've said in a previous video or two, there's going to be knives that I re-go over. Some of my earlier videos, believe it or not, sucked. So I'm going to be going over some various knives. So if you've been around since the beginning, you are going to see some knives that I maybe did a first impressions or a slight overview of that knife, kind of all cobbled together, maybe even with an unboxing in there as well, all cobbled into one video. This, and now I'm going to be bringing some of them knives back to the surface to do a thorough overview of them, probably bring them back around and do a disassembly, and then work in a review as well. But I can only do that with, so many knives at one time, and I already have my hands full as far as things I'm reviewing for true work and EDC review purposes. But this is a pretty special knife here. This, in more ways than one. The price is the main driving factor behind this knife. The price, where it's made right here in the good old US of A by Hogue. Such a beautiful knife as well. I've thought about getting some aftermarket scales for it, but for some reason I can't bring myself to do it. I absolutely love that carbon fiber. And I'm a pretty big fan of carbon fiber. That's one reason why I've never put titanium scales on my Neutron. That has this beautiful end cut carbon fiber, I think it is. And it looks amazing. And I like the carbon fiber almost as much as I like titanium, or just as much. And when you get carbon fiber that looks like this, feels like this, I don't know. I think I'm going to keep it, at least for now. Another thing that makes this amazing is the CPM Magnacut. So you're getting a USA made knife by Hogue with carbon fiber, very well done carbon fiber, I might add. They redid this version 2 to have less hardware, so you have less hardware to deal with. You do have a deep carry pocket clip now instead of version 1. They had their pocket clip mounted pretty low. Not bad, just enough so you could get your thumb on there, which I don't mind actually. But I do like the deep carry for this guy. And I don't know, I think they did, this is an exclusive to SMKW. I'm not sure if they did a version like this one in the Wharncliffe or not. I don't think they did, but I could be mistaken on that. But absolutely love this thing. I think I got it for under 150 bucks, which is absolutely insane. If you went to any other company, i.e. Benchmade or you name them, to get Magnacut, carbon fiber, the build quality of this, Axis style lock, crossbar lock, able lock, just so well done. You would be paying at least 200 bucks, if not more. And that's being nice. If this came from Benchmade right here, this exact knife, I guarantee you're looking at 250, if not more, so this is the ultimate bug out killer, whether you like hearing that or not. If you can get a carbon fiber Magnacut blade for pretty much, I think the standard bug out is creeping up to where I bought this knife. I think the standard like S30V bug out has to be what, 130, 140, if not a little more at this point. But I guarantee, they already have the S90V and carbon fiber at almost like 300 bucks, 270, 280. So if Benchmade did this knife, it would be very close to that price, if not more. That's why I said at least 250. But so you're getting an American-made knife with premium materials, 150 bucks or less. I wanted to say I paid like 130, 140, but it might not have been quite that low. Somebody can let me know down below. But they do have this clip point version, and then I have a version 1 that is also an SMKW exclusive. I have that in the Wharncliffe. I do have a video coming. It might be before this one. It might be after. Just comparing the two. But the Wharncliffe is so nasty. Absolutely love this thing. This one I've also thought about getting aftermarket scales for. So I don't know what I'm going to do. There's a look at how they used to do their pocket clip. And all the hardware change. You got rid of that middle screw, and you got rid of, what'd they do? 1, 2, 3. So it looks like they got rid of, I guess it would be 2 screws. So you're down to, what, 3 on this side? Oh, and then they got a filler tab and stuff over here. They went without that. So over here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wow. I guess I never really paid attention to that. You have 14 on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 14 to 9. So that's a pretty big change just in the hardware. But not to take anything away from the first version. The price point these were and are 20 CV. They have a ton of different handle materials. This is the SMKW G10 version. But the Deca is one of the all-time greatest EDC knives, period. I can't say, at least for this one, I can't say work purposes because it hasn't been carried at work much. This one, on the other hand, so I'm assuming they're going to be the same, except you have a Wharncliffe here. This one has been through quite a bit at my old work and held up tremendously well. And the blade is still sharp as ever, which leads me to Hogue put some of the best edges on a production knife that you could ask for. Hogue and Spyderco, as far as American made knives, production knives, just some of the best work on an edge that you could ask for. So we'll go ahead and jump into some specs of this guy. We'll go ahead and get a length, which this one is coming in with 3 inches of cutting edge, about 3 1/16, 3 1/4 to the scale there at the very edge. And then it's coming down just shy of 7 1/2. So you're looking at like 7 15/16. We'll go ahead and get a weight on this guy. I'm also interested to see what our blade stock is. So less than 2.5 ounces. That is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So we'll go ahead and... So that is coming in at the thickest point at like 87,000. 87,000. So that's crazy. And we'll just pick a spot here. So that's coming in right around 14 thousandths. Woo! That is a slicey bugger. Why don't we cut some telephone book paper, see how she does against that. I don't think this is going to struggle with the telephone book paper, but... yeah, definitely still nice and sharp from the factory. Still the factory edge, obviously. Very well done. Why don't we go ahead and throw it up. TRM is another one. Now, they don't have quite the production that even Hogue does, but TRM puts a phenomenal edge on at least the 2 knives that I've gotten from them. Phenomenal edges. Here's another one that comes with a phenomenal edge, is Spyderco's. So there you can see up against the Paramilitary 2, quite a bit smaller in handle and a little bit in the blade. The Atom, you got a little more on in the blade for the Atom and just a touch more for the handle there. Why don't we throw it up against the Landerer? Lots of people have the Landerer. The Deca is going to be bigger than that guy. We'll bring out the Best Tech Slasher. I think lots of people have that knife as well. The Deca is quite a bit bigger than that guy. We have the new O knife. This is the Freeze 2. Very comparable there. Very similar, actually. Almost dead on. So that is a good reference right there. And then we'll do one more for fun. That is the brand new Sobibi Sokoki. Very comparable there as well. So if you don't have a Deca and you have one of these two knives, very, very close to those two knives there. So we'll get into the meat and potatoes here. The aesthetics are awesome. It's a great looking knife, great blade shape, great handle materials, very well done. The build quality, excellent. Everything is very well done. The hardware is well done. Pocket clip, the blade, I'm sure, is treated properly. I'm pretty sure Hogue is doing a good job on their heat treats. You do have a nice deep carry clip there. The Magnacut blade has been DLC coated there. You do have thumb studs for your deployment method. You have your able lock, crossbar lock for disengagement. And this thing has, once these get broken in, and sometimes they don't even need broken in. I'd rather have one that needs broken in. That way, you know, it's basically at its, strongest. The wear time is longer than one that doesn't need broke in. It's just going to last a little bit longer, in my opinion, if it needs broken in. Now, you don't want it too crazy of a break in, but this one needed broke in a little bit, and just look at it now. It's just very well done. Absolutely love this thing. The action is nice and crisp and buttery. The spring tension for firing the knife out is pretty good for a crossbar lock knife. Very, very well done. I don't know that I would even want it any stronger. Listen to that. So nice positive open and close. Absolutely love this little thing, and it weighs 2.5 ounces, not even. And you're getting a full size knife, and it just feels like a feather in your pocket. Ergos, it's great. A very neutral handle. So even if you have damn big hands, I have good size hands, and I have plenty of room on here, and there's room to grow on there as well. So even if you have extra large hands, say, this will be fine for you. You can squeeze it, and it's not going to give you any issues. Now, if you're squeezing the hell out of this all day long, which you're not gonna, you might end up feeling the spine there a little bit. But very comfortable in hand. Just an excellent USA made knife for an excellent price. Very hard to beat this knife right here at its price point with its materials. Just a great EDC knife. I think it would do well in work environments as well. Just very well done. Do they have milling in there? I don't think they do. No, I don't think so. There's a nice little spine shot. Just very well finished, guys. The thumb studs are very comfortable, even though they stray away from your standard thumb stud. These are done. They do a semi-step design, but they do something a little different on the top there. And it just works. It works, guys, and it's not uncomfortable. So I'm all for different thumb studs. As long as they're comfortable and they work, I don't care. I just know what does work, and that's typically the way to go. But if you can kind of change them up like they have here and make them comfortable, easy to use, I'm all for that. There is your USA made Hogue Deka and Magnacut. I believe they're calling that the Scorpion Carbon Fiber or the Scorpion Deca. I'm not sure which way they went with that, but a very, very good knife, guys. So if you have not checked out a Deca, I highly recommend, even if it's the version 1. If somebody tells you not to get it because of all the hardware, forget about that. Don't worry about that. It's going to be easy to take apart. You just have some extra screws. And you have not much need to really take this apart unless you're just interested in taking things apart and putting them back together. And in that sense anyway, you're not going to mind because you like doing it. So I would not let the screws and hardware deter you from the knife. It hasn't deterred thousands of people from doing it either. So don't let that bug you. It is cool that they limited the amount that they did on version 2. But the version 1 is still excellent, good to go. And like I said, I do have a comparison of them knives coming up. If you guys hung out through the whole video, thank you. I love you guys. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out. Leave me a comment down below. And if you're still here and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, baby. Otherwise, guys, I will catch you on the next one.